The Falcon Strike. Spare a thought for Gary Hall Jr., 21 years of age. He is driving the Miracle Mile favourite. An amazing moment for him.
He seems to be handling it very, very well. I think his father, Gary Hall Sr., is a lot more nervous than Gary Hall Jr. Look, he's done some great things in Perth at Gloucester Park, and that's fine. This is the real big time now. It doesn't get any bigger than this. This will be one of the biggest races that Gary Hall Jr. drives in. And I tell you something, he's right up to it. He's right up to it, this young driver. He's got plenty going for him.
Spare a thought for the trainer as well. Before at Newcastle, he had sweating palms and he was very nervous going into the Newcastle race and probably only had one horse to beat, TSS Poseidon. He's come here against all these good horses in the biggest race of his life.
Well, some bad news for Gary Hall Sr. His job has been done. It is out of his hands now. Number 2 is Jack Cade. He continues to firm with bookies. He is the outright second favourite, shorter than the $5.80 you currently see on the tote. He is an imposing animal, a wonderful horse, a New Zealand Derby winner. He would have won the Chariots of Fire had he not broken down. He appears to be safe, healthy, 100% sound these days, and he has a perfect marble in gate 2.
And he's got one of the best horsemen in the world on board, Mark Purdon. A lot of people think of Mark Purdon as a better trainer than driver. I've got him right up there with some of the best drivers I've ever seen. Mark Purdon knows this horse inside out. He knows all his horses so well. He knows how to drive each and every one of his horses to perfection. Sam, he's got gate speed. He said earlier in the week it'll take a good horse to cross him. He's going forward, and he likes the fact that he might be able to lead over a mile.
Selby Bromack may very well be able to lead over the mile. He's the outsider of the field. Just $22 on the tote. Bookies bet double that on track. He holds his place and a key in this race despite the fact he's the outsider.
Yeah, he has got good gate speed, but I think Blake's really got to drag back and get to the fence. I think if he gets 2 fence, that's going to be his best go, or even behind the leader, behind, say, the Falcon Strike. I think that's going to be his best go. I don't think we're going to see him zooming down the outside like we did in the sprint last week.
Guys, bow. On your knees, bowing for a great horse that has just come onto this famous Glebe circuit. Number 4, Double Identity. They love him. They love his trainer driver, Harry Martin. They'll tear the joint down if he makes it back to back.
I'll go out and kiss him on the nose if he wins this. That's Double Identity, not Harry. He is a great horse. He is everything that a champion standard bred should be. And to think Harry Martin, who's been driving what seems forever, to come at this late stage in his driving career, and it ain't over yet, but in the twilight of his career, to find the best horse he's ever had, and one of the best horses we've ever seen here at this track. He is a trier. He's got great guts, great determination. They're cliches that just fit him so well. They love him, and the crowd is just going wild because they're wild about Harry.
They are moving up.
Well, no, we've still got a little bit time to go before we're nervous, Sam. Come on, the mobile hasn't started rolling yet. Just enjoy it for the time being.
Let's get to number 5. Sokiola. He's double figure odds. He's been a wonderful horse. I know you sing his praises.
Love Sokiola. I think it's tough for him outside these horses. Had he drawn inside, maybe 1 or 2, Lance Justice is confident he would win. He's going well enough to win, but from barrier number 5, I'm just not sure.
Baltic Eagle won a little race known as the Inter Dominion earlier in the year, and he's only had the 2 runs back. You report from the parade ring that he is a ball of muscle. That's very good news. He's a wonderful horse.
He does. He looks really well. His ribs are showing. He's very fit. And look, that 1:55.9 win at Gloucester Park would have topped him right off. And a good second before that to Home for Christmas. You know, he's in form and he's fit.
All right, well, we just need to take a very short break before the Miracle Mile. We've still saw Smooth Satin. He may not have a following quite that of Hondo Grattan in the early 70s, but he doesn't miss by much. He is a very popular horse. He is a wonderful racehorse. 36 wins from 72 starts.
He's much bigger odds in the ring than that $9 showing. Well, that's $9 about Baltic Eagle, but his Smooth Satin's just a little bit less than $9, I would think, and he's way bigger than that in the ring. They do love Smooth Satin. They love him all over the place, especially here in New South Wales. If he wins the tabs in Bathurst, well, they're going to struggle to pay because everybody in Bathurst up there past the Blue Mountains out west, everyone will be on him. And I'd say there'll be a lot of people here at Harold Park, if they didn't know who to back, they'd have a sentimental dollar on Smooth Satin.
And so they should. Every time, people keep on writing him off. And before the Miracle Mile last year, he was no hope, apparently. And it was a great drive by Steve Turnbull. He got 2 fence and then followed the right horse into the race, Double Identity, and was just really just... His run just finished just before the line. He did look the winner halfway up the straight. I think he's going to be right in the finish. He's one of those horses who really peaks for these big nights.
Just an excuse. A veteran of just 17 starts walked out onto the track. He went head on into this humongous crowd. He had a bit of a shake of the head and he said, yeah, I'm not too fussed, actually.
He's had 17 starts for 12 wins and 5 placings. He's got an amazing record, and to think at his 17th start he won a New Zealand Cup. Now, normally a New Zealand Cup winner would come here and probably start favourite. A lot of them have come here and started short price picks. Not all of them have won, but I don't think ever in the history of the Miracle Mile have we seen one that is almost $20 on the New South Wales TAB.
For a start. Gate coming down the side of the track. 8 across for the first time in a Miracle Mile. And they're all set. Here they go. Ready. Off. Blue light. Narrow way, Jack Cade not all that quickly away. The Falcon Strike not quick out either. Sokiola's begun fast with Selby Bromack and Double Identity. And the Falcon Strike will kick up, but Sokiola sped to the lead at the first turn. Surprised everyone. Sokiola in front of the Falcon Strike, immediately coming off his back. Selby Bromack going to the pegs from Double Identity and Jack Cade. Smooth Satin over to the inside. Second last is Baltic Eagle and a length to Just an Excuse. Into the back now, and Sokiola is in charge of the Falcon Strike, who goes up on his outside. Third on the pegs is Selby Bromack, and Double Identity is slotted into the 1-1. Smooth Satin is making ground. 3 back on the inside of Jack Cade, a length to Baltic Eagle, and 2 lengths to Just an Excuse as they leave the back. First quarter in 28.6. Sokiola tackled by the Falcon Strike, who goes up within ahead of the leader. Third on the pegs then is Selby Bromack. Double Identity, the 1-1. Smooth Satin over on the inside from Jack Cade, a length away then to Baltic Eagle. And last of all is Just an Excuse as they come down for the bell. And Sokiola is the leader. Slowing up a little bit here, leading 3/4 to the Falcon Strike, and Selby Bromack is on the pegs. 1-1 is Double Identity from Smooth Satin on the inside of Jack Cade. Baltic Eagle is second last and a length to Just an Excuse. 30 seconds a second quarter. 58.6 for the half. And the Victorian Sokiola narrowly from the Falcon Strike, who's going up to put the pressure on him now. Third on the inside, Selby Bromack. Fourth, Double Identity. A length away to Smooth Satin on the inside of Jack Cade. Baltic Eagle a long way back, and Just an Excuse was last. Down to the 400. Sokiola about a neck in front of the Falcon Strike. No run there for Selby Bromack, and then Double Identity. 28.9 the quarter along the back. Smooth Satin nowhere to go. Jack Cade and Baltic Eagle are coming to the outside. They come to the top of the straight, and it's Sokiola. The Falcon Strike is under the whip to get to him. No run, Selby Bromack. Double Identity, Jack Cade and Baltic Eagle down the centre. Sokiola in front. The Falcon Strike's gone. Double Identity comes at Sokiola. Jack Cade joins in. A big finish, but Sokiola clings on. He's won. Sokiola all the way from Jack Cade, Double Identity and Baltic Eagle. Then Selby Bromack, Smooth Satin, Just an Excuse, and last to finish is the Falcon Strike. Final quarter 28.5, mile rate 154.5. Sokiola has caught everybody out, surprised everybody, straight to the front and an all-the-way winner. Lance Justice, and has landed a double tonight with his 2 runners. Sokiola brilliantly out of the gate, crossed everything on its inside, found the front and refused to give in. He's just won from Jack Cade and Double Identity and Baltic Eagle late on the scene. In a big finish, the official placings go to 5, 2, 4 and 6. Sokiola, Jack Cade, Double Identity, Baltic Eagle is 4th and Selby Bromack 5th. Half a neck by half a head, 2.5.3. A mile rating of 154.5. The quarters in 28.6, 30, 28.9 and 28.5. The last half in 57.4. Now the superfecta numbers go to 5, 2, 4, 6, 3 and 7. Smooth Satin has run 6th, leaving Just an Excuse and the Falcon Strike as the last 2 across the line. Sokiola at $13.80 and $3.10. Jack Cade $1.90 and Double Identity $1.70. The Quinella $31.50. The Exacta $105.60 and the Trifecta $356. 5, 2, 4 and 3. Well, what a shock. I don't think anybody thought that he was going to cross and lead Socchiola. And that was the end of the sections. Lance Justice got away with a quick quarter, slowed him up a little bit.
Socchiola, he's done it, and I think John Tapp is down there with his owner, Colin Croft.
Thanks, Sam. I have Colin Croft with me, owner of Socchiola. Colin, I've got to say you're remarkably composed for a man who's just won the Miracle Mile. How do you do it?
Well, I've been in it for 44 years. Raced Mark have been in it a few times. You even called the Phantom Call, but he's a mighty horse. He just puts his heart and soul into everything, and no one will beat him.
Cole, did you honestly believe he could cross and lead those horses?
I did. Most definitely. His barrier speed is just out of this world. It's just no end to it.
Now, once he got to the front, Lance took no prisoners. He went the first half in 58.6. You know, so they're really, you know, you must have been wondering if he was going to get a breather anyway.
Didn't need it.
Yeah.
He's so strong now. Since he had his operation on his throat, he's just so strong that he's just awesome.
He had the Falcon Strike struggling halfway around the turn, and Double Identity was sitting there. He was the one you would have been worried about.
No, never. Never. Not Double Identity. We beat him twice in New Zealand, in Queensland. No, wasn't worried about Double Identity.
Or anything else for that matter.
No.
Cole, congratulations. Enjoy the moment, and welcome to Sydney.
Thank you, John. Thank you.
Colin Croft. Sam, back to you.
Thanks, John. He speared out of the gate. He always has had brilliant gate speed, and he was the first one to the pegs, and pretty much you said at the first corner, Greg, boy, how are they going to beat him now?
Well, that was just brilliant. It was too good to be true. You thought Socchiola and Lance Justice were going to come out and have a look. How in the world did they get to the pegs before the first turn come out? That is just unbelievable, scintillating gate speed. This horse has got it all. Absolutely everything. He flies the gate. He's arguably the best stayer in the country. He can run a mile in sub 55. He can stay 2 mile.
What a way to bring up win number 50 in the Miracle Mile. Lance Justice, a very, very happy man, and so he should be. Michael Radley is about to have a chat to him.
Thanks, Sammy. there's a horde of media around him, Lance. What about that?
He's better, mate. Oh, fantastic, Mick.
Explosive gate speed, wonder to the start.
Yeah, look, when I got out and warmed him up, I said to Adam before, when I warmed him up and he showed that much speed out in the warm-up, I thought, gee, these horses want to be slick to hold him out tonight. And, yeah, he has got the good gate speed, and you forget how good it is until you actually use it, you know. It's just sensational. He's just a sensational horse.
You knew you were going to be in for a race when Gary Hall peeled straight off the fence and came straight outside you.
The silly thing about it is, the more they get near him, the more this horse loves it. And, you know, I was super confident down the back when he was slapping his horse along. As a matter of fact, I grabbed hold on the corner just to keep Jack Cade locked up behind me for a little bit longer. I could have gone another second quicker. But, you know, just sensational.
They were getting pretty close. Did you always think you were going to hold on?
Yeah, well, I sort of made a bit of a mistake by going a bit slow around the bend. I should have opened him up on the turn and probably got away from him. But I was just worried about, I got such great respect for the New Zealand horses and all the horses in the field. So I was worried about Jack Cade sitting behind me. I knew that whatever was on my back would have a good kick left.
Good on you. Let's go and enjoy, mate.
Thanks, Mick.
There we go. There we go, Lance Justice, and there's going to be big celebrations in Victoria tonight, Sammy.
Well, Lance thought Jack Cade was on his back. It doesn't matter who was there. It wasn't Jack Cade. It was Selby Bromack, who, incidentally, mind you, might have been a threat to him had he got out anyway. So regardless of who was on his back, he had to show them some respect. He went to the line hard-held, Selby Bromack. They made ground late. They came at him late, but they just weren't going to get him.
No, look, he's got it all, Sam, and I can't believe the barrier turned me away. I just thought, with all that speed inside him, where is he going to be? Who was to know that he'd go straight across? And even Lance said, you forget how quick this horse is out of the gate until you use him up. And he hasn't had to do a lot of that. And that horse has never had to be used up out of the gate like that. A man who really deserved it. His brother John has gone through it all with Shaker Maker and Safe and Sound and Tip Top Prince. Lance, in the past, has had a good horse in Whirly Dream, even Mike's Choice, but he didn't quite make it to the top. Finally, he's got Socchiola, and he said after coming back from the Inter Dominion, Lance went, Socchiola didn't. When he came back, he said, I'm setting Socchiola for the Inter Dominion. Straight after the Inter Dominion in Christchurch, he won the Mildura Cup, and he hasn't looked back. 2 wins over Double Identity in Brisbane. A couple of defeats in Melbourne. One where a horse got up on the sprint lane, and the other time he was off 40 metres in a 2 mile handicap. He has placed this horse so well, and to think that he's done it week after week after week. I don't think he's had a break since April.
Oh, he hasn't. No, he has consistently raced. And Colin Croft, more than happy to see him go around every week. He was telling us earlier in the coverage, he just loves racing, and that's why he has amassed 90 starts.
He wants a bang for his buck, doesn't he, Colin Croft? And he's going to get it. Now, what happens now? We go to the Trill Memorial next week. We're then off to Victoria. We're then to Perth for the big carnival, and of course the Inter-Dominion not too far away.
A lot of these horses going in different directions, and we might not see them all congregate for a little while to come, but well, they've given us some wonderful moments already, and tonight's Soakiola adds to that.
And this is the race that we expected. We expected the unexpected, didn't we? We knew anything could happen. The first thing that was unexpected, Soakiola leading so easily. The Falcon Strike, not on the pegs, but in the death from barrier 1. And Double Identity 1-1, smoking his pipe was Harry Martin, but just couldn't come at this horse. Like Laird said,